us. It is the 9th of April, 2026, and 78 will be our daytime high. Nice for Friday, 80 degrees, and your weekend is looking gorgeous. No rain in the forecast. Highs in the low to mid-80s. It should be fantastic for whatever you have planned. And again, glad you're in listening to Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Now on YouTube, you can check us out there, Real Talk 995 TV.
Yeah, man. Please do, because we look fabulous today. I don't mind telling you.
Well, some days we do.
This is a new shirt.
That's a festive shirt you have on there, Richard.
Festive, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm trying to figure out the design of it. What
So
is
is
it?
he.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I stole it off a bum downtown.
Did you?
Yeah, I rolled him.
He's got some pretty good
Passed out
past
in the gutter. I had it laundered. I mean,
Nice.
I'm
I'm
not
glad
crazy.
you had it.
Well, that was nice of you.
Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valleydale Road, next to Ragtime Cafe. This is the place where you can get a custom-made piece for Mom for Mother's Day, or for your significant other as a just because present, or maybe you'd like to get your engagement ring there, huh? They have a huge selection, and the prices are so low they really can't afford to have a sale. I say that all the time, but I do mean it. Their margin is slim, baby. They do not mark up like crazy. Plus, they have something for every budget, which I love. So if you want to bring the kids down there to get something for their mom, they can pool their money and come up with something really decent for her that she is going to love, and really not be able to believe that they bought this for her at a bona fide jewelry store. That is Anthony and Company Jewelers, in business for better than 50 years. About 24 of those years, I believe, was in the wholesale industry. So they know their diamonds. They really understand their gems, their precious metals. They're as good as they get at Anthony and Company Jewelers. You can find them online, anthonycojewelers.com, 987-2224 on the telephone, or visit them live and in person. 2080 Valleydale Road, next to Ragtime Cafe, Anthony and Company Jewelers.
It's Steve's turn.
Valerie, I know you play golf, so this may be of interest to you. Richard, you ever played golf? I have to admit, I don't know the answer to that.
I played in high school, but I had a windmill accident, and I got injured.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in case you missed it, the Masters Golf Tournament begins today, and one player in particular, Bryson DeChambeau, continues to kind of seek this biggest crown jewel in golf. He wants that famed green jacket that they give to the winner of the annual tournament of the Augusta Golf Course over in East Georgia. But the thing about this is DeChambeau has also got a nickname amongst his fellow golfers. He's called the Mad Scientist. He's always trying to work up some little thing, that's unusual way of trying to attempt to win the tournament. One year, he told everyone coming in that since he was hitting the ball so long that he was going to attack the par 72 course like a par 67. Yeah, that failed miserably. So he took a more logical approach the last couple of years, and both times he claimed top 10 finishes. But it appears the Mad Scientist is back. Here you go, Valerie. He's bringing a club that he made on a 3D printer.
Oh, this ought to be good.
He says that, well, at least he says that's his plan, because the club has yet to be approved for use by the U.S. Golf Association. But let's presume that it is for a moment. Most golfers have deals with at least one club maker, maybe several. One company maybe for the drivers, another for the irons, maybe another for their putter. Others notably have worked with one company for everything. Think Tiger Woods and Nike, for example. But DeChambeau's deals are with like LA Golf and Cobra. They apparently weren't enough, especially because the deal with Cobra came to an end back in February. For his irons, he's been using ones made by Avoda, well, apparently except for the 5-iron, which he said he is built with the idea of having just a little bit more weight to the head of the club. DeChambeau told ESPN, who's going to televise the first two rounds of the famed tournament, quote, "There's this nature that I have about myself where innovation is a habit of mine. I really find and take pride in that ability to learn, even through failure, even through making a bad decision or a good decision, what I can get from that. And we're going to see where this goes. We're going to see where it takes me." DeChambeau said this, quote, "All I could say is now, if I don't put them in the bag, it's my fault now." Well, that once again is depending on this decision by the United States Golf Association as to whether this club will pass muster with them and allow it. I suppose it could be the golfer's fault for not building a club that met their specifications. Again, you can only have, I don't know all the specifications, but I do know that they do limit things like weight of the head and weight of the club overall, things like that. So we'll see how this goes. But 3D printed golf club.
He's really kind of changed things in golf. I mean, again, the longest drive that he hits, he just smashes the golf ball. And the way that he hits the ball and the way that he putts, because his style, like Scotty Scheffler's, is very unique and very different. But I think this is fun. This is just adding another element to the Masters, and I kind of hope that he is able to use the club. I think it might be fun to see, but I don't know if he'll get the okay.
Innovation is always good, coming up with new and better ways of doing things, and somebody has to do it. I mean, he's kind of out there in the trenches, figuring out, hey, if this club had a little bit more weight in the head, this would, this is how that would pay off. And chances are good he's tried this club out. This is not going to be the first time that he uses it, right? He's probably hit with it once or twice.
Well, let's hope, more than that if he plans on using it.
But,
because you don't get backup clubs. It's not like he can't put a couple of drivers in his bag. He's got to.
No.
You're limited to the clubs that you can use.
Exactly.
So if he goes with this, then he's got to play his round with that driver. And if it ends up he's not hitting well with it, all of a sudden he can't say, well, I'm going to switch. I'm going back to my old driver.
Go the rest of the way with that bad boy.
You're stuck with it.
Yeah. Do you remember Play It Again Sports? I think there used to be one across from the gallery. I don't know if they're still around, if they still exist as an entity.
I don't know.
There was another used sporting goods store that I dealt with. That I became really good friends with the owner. He moved to Michigan, he and his wife. And I said, because he had this huge golf array. I mean, massive. The most clubs I've ever seen anywhere, including a golf shop. Mm-hmm. I said, where do you get these? And he said, oh, there's always a guy out there who thinks that the newest club is going to fix his game.
Yep.
And he goes out and he buys the newest club and he plays with it 3 or 4 times, realizes it's not improving things. He likes his old one better, and he comes and sells me his. I said, oh, Herb Winches. Okay.
It is funny that you say that, because people do, after a couple of years, you're like, oh, I want to try a new set of irons or a new driver or things like that. I did that a year and a half ago. I have a Big Bertha Callaway driver that I absolutely covet. I love that driver. And as a birthday gift, I got a brand new Ping driver. Well, I've gone out there 100 times and tried to hit this thing, and I'm like, the sweet spot isn't right. I don't hit it well. I do not like it. If I hit it just right, it goes a lot further than my Callaway driver. But
hitting it just
finding
right
that
is
finding that little the Callaway Big Bertha has a much bigger sweet spot, and I adore that club. If anything ever happens to it, I'm going to cry because again, you get used to certain things. But there are plenty of people that are like, nah, I'm going to get all new clubs, and there they go to Play It Again. Sports.
The next thing you know, it's all over. I have a similar sensation with bowling. I had this tornado bowling ball that I loved, and the guy that taught me about bowling, Charlie Bianco, he's in the Pro Bowlers Hall of Fame. He said, "You've used this enough. You've been doing this for 2 years now, and basically." The surface it's absorbed all the oil it's going to absorb. It's done everything it can do, and it's time to get another ball.
Oh no! And you're like, oh, no, I don't want to get rid of it.
I could not find. I wanted to buy the exact same ball. That's what I was looking for. Could not find that ball. It did not exist. They stopped making it. It was heartbreaking. I bought another ball. I have never been able to get the scores
that you did
that
with
I used
one.
to with that ball, and that ball fell to pieces. He was right; it was well past its prime, and that's why I wasn't getting any really good use out of it. I wasn't getting any good movement out of it like I used to. I haven't bowled in forever. I really got to get back out. Nonetheless, all right. Well, Masters time, always fun.
Oh, I love watching it.
I had a little bit of fun yesterday. I checked in on it.
With the par 3
The par
tournament?
3, which is usually a lot of fun because, the golfers will let the caddies play or whatever. Turned out that, what's his face, the comedian, Kevin Hart, was actually caddying for Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, nice.
And he tried to do a shot, and I was sitting there looking at the shot that he was trying to make, which was over water onto this little island.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I'd short that and hit the water. Yeah, Kevin Hart topped it. He got about 20 feet into the water. And I was like, wow, I might have been able to hit it longer than that.
The players actually try to skip the ball across the water.
Oh, yeah,
I've seen that too, yeah.
They're like, I can do this. And they know, they're professional enough they can get the ball to scoot across, and then it's on the green.
Tin Cup
cool.
all over again. Tin Cup all
fun.
over again. 9:15 with Dixon and Devining. Alabama Tree Pros, 308-4158. These are the guys you call when the tree is already down or when the tree needs to come down, or when you're wondering whether or not the tree needs to come down. You can get the experts from Alabama Tree Pros to come by, give you an estimate, or give you the good news that, hey, this tree's not ready to go yet. If you just do this, that, and the other thing, you can save this. It'll be good for another few years. And then you can call us when when it absolutely positively has to come down. You can trim it up a little bit, or they can take it all the way down to the ground and grind the stump. However you want it done, Alabama Tree Pros is at your service. They're always going to be safe. They're always going to be experts. And I can't say always, but I can say that for the most part, they are going to be less expensive than the other guys. That is the experience I have had. That is the experience that I hear again and again from listeners who tell me, yeah, I called around. You're right. They were about half of what some other people were charging. Very impressive. Alabama Tree Pros, 308-4158, or online at alabamatreepros.com. 9:22. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. They're playing the Wharf in Orange Beach, I believe. Train and Bare Naked Ladies teaming up. I would not mind seeing that show.
That'd be good.
So
Good combo.
I think it's in July, though, and
Gonna be hot.
Prices at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to cost you, set you back a little bit. Hey, do I have a friend with a condo down
That's
there?
what you need.
Anybody?
Man,
Bueller?
it's expensive
Lend a
down
hand.
there now.
It is 9:23 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com.
Excited for Craig and the guys at Birmingham Broker this Saturday, the grand opening of BB Electric Moto. If you want to do something fun with your family, get on a couple of these electric dirt bikes. Yeah, not the pedals like, electric that way. This looks exactly like a dirt bike you would normally see, only it's electric. And he's just opened up this business. Grand opening is Saturday. I think about 11 a.m. they'll get things going. He was talking about maybe trying to close part of the street there in front of his business to see if maybe folks can come out and test drive some of these things. But I'm excited. It's a part of Birmingham Broker. If you want to check these out, come by Birmingham Broker this Saturday, again, just after 11, and check out the excitement of BB Electric Moto. Also, if you have a vehicle, a truck, a SUV, something you want to sell, but you don't want to fool with selling it yourself, I don't blame you. Let Craig and the guys at Birmingham Broker get the most money out of that car for you and do all the hassle things that go into selling a used car. They'll take care of everything. All you got to do is get your vehicle to them. Take it today if you get a chance, or maybe tomorrow. Birmingham Broker, located at 2224 4th Avenue South. Look them up online, bhambroker.com.
It is 9:24. This is what we're talking about when we say, stop trying to insert politics into entertainment. All we want to do is be entertained. Jimmy Kimmel had the UCLA women's basketball team on last night, and he did that because they, of course, won the national championship. And he was going to talk to the national championship team. Good for him. In the midst of it, he pulls out this fake trophy that his staff made, I guess, and says, has Donald Trump invited you to the White House yet? And I said, no, we haven't heard from him. Well, he's running a little behind. He's kind of busy, but you'll hear from him in a couple of weeks or so. Do me a favor. When you get there, give him this and tell him it's the trophy that you won, and he'll want to keep it, and it'll be funny. And it's like, why are we inserting Donald Trump into this way? You're talking to these women who won the national championship in women's NCAA basketball. They deserve a moment in the sun. Why do you feel the need to insert your Trump derangement syndrome politics into the middle of that interview where it had no place at all?
That's really sad.
It
really is Trump derangement syndrome, and it's bad. Some of these folks have it really bad. They live, breathe, and eat it. That's all they do all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. That you would go to the trouble of doing that, and you're kind of ruining the moment for them.
Exactly.
You're right. Let them shine in this moment.
Yeah.
Keep politics out of it. It's just
there are days when I miss Johnny Carson so much I can barely stand it. It's just like he was so
he was
funny
perfect.
and so good.
He was
at
perfect
this
at what he did.
that he never had that problem.
I'd be happy to just get back to David Letterman.
Letterman was pretty leftist as well.
He was, but not like this.
No, not crazy. Masters fans are shocked, positively shocked, to discover that concessions are very reasonably priced again this year.
Always have been.
How
Isn't that
about
nice?
Pimento sandwiches for $1.50?
That's how you
Not
do
too
it.
shabby.
Yeah.
Ice cream sandwiches for $3. I can't even imagine like a ham and cheese options, $3. $2.50 for muffins. Cookies and chips are $1.50. Georgia peach ice cream sandwich, $3.
Perfect.
Popcorn and candy priced at $2. Over-the-counter pain relievers like Advil or Aleve, 75 cents. This is really quite astounding, given the fact that when you go to, I think Mercedes is one of the few stadiums where they're actually reasonably priced, aren't they? But most stadiums, when you go like an NFL game or a Major League Baseball game, I mean, bring I was going to say pocket full of bills, but they don't even take cash any longer.
anymore.
Everything has to be done digitally.
First of all, to get tickets to go to the Masters is next to impossible.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Absolutely.
And to finally get in there, again, you're going to spend a lot of money on garb. Everybody wants a T-shirt or a jacket or a flag or a something from the Masters to take home with them. So they're going to be spending a lot of money to get some of that merchandise. but good for them for keeping the prices on the. I mean, this I wouldn't even say that these are low. This is practically giveaway. The food, the sandwiches, the way that they've got them priced.
Yeah. Well,
Especially in comparison to some
$2.50.
prices.
Right.
No
I mean,
question.
that's extremely low. They're not making much profit on any of these foods.
no.
I mean,
I don't think they're
$3
in
for
it.
an egg salad sandwich or
Yeah.
pimento egg salad sandwich.
They're not in it for the profit at
No.
that point. They made their money off of the
Everything else.
the greens fees.
Every other bit of it.
Yikes. Jillian Michaels, fitness guru, apparently says she had a food addiction when she was in high school. That you find that a lot with people who, like Susan Powder, was the same way. Stop the
Yeah.
insanity. You see that these people, they got control of it, and then they swap their addiction to food for an addiction to working out or whatever. Good for them. She said when she was on Sean Hannity's podcast not long ago, she recalled her go-to Taco Bell order, which she would stop and get on the way home from school. 2 bean and cheese burritos with no onions and extra cheese, a Taco Supreme, and a Diet Coke.
Wow. That's a lot of food.
Okay, then.
Wow.
Seems like a lot. Bean and cheese burritos. I don't know how big those are. One
She
Taco
was
Supreme.
she was on the part of The Biggest Loser.
Was she?
Yeah, she was one of the coaches on The Biggest Loser, and she did a good job. I thought
Yeah.
she did a good job on that show.
I never
Really
saw it.
did.
I never saw it, but I know that there's a lot of backlash now. There's an entire documentary about that show and how fake it was and how they were pushing people past reasonable, healthy limits and so on and so forth. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay, after it's been successful, after it's been on the air
Now
and
you're
people
gonna
love
trash
it,
it.
now
We
we
have to
decide
tear
we
it
have to
down.
trash it. Just leave it alone. Just leave it, walk away, be done with it. Some folks, of course, they snapped back and put on as much or more weight than they did, than they took off originally.
Yeah,
which is not
Roger
that
Schultz, who
unusual.
used to play for the University of Alabama, that was part of the reason I got drawn in. I wanted to see how he would do. He lost a lot of the weight, and then we interviewed him.
Yeah.
This was years ago, after he lost the weight, and kind of shared with us the difficulty of it. I mean,
Sure.
it was hard, and he put some of it back on.
Yeah.
But he had a lot to lose. I think he lost 160 something pounds.
Good Lord.
165 pounds or
Hey,
something
look,
like that.
I am the king of the yo-yo dieting, so I'm not one to talk about it. You'd think that all the yo-yoing would actually lose weight, but no. It's
I think it
It
gets
only builds
worse
up
every
your
time you
arms.
do.
9:30 with Dixon Divining Talk 99.5 Talk and 99.5.com. You wouldn't know from today's show that we were working without a net, would you? That's okay. We've got some food talk coming up next. Oh, sorry.
We're supposed to say, we got all the way to the 9 o'clock hour,
Yeah,
Richard.
I know it's amazing.
Don't
Isn't it?
blow the whistle on that one.
Love that clip of Andrew McLean. Tiger Woods' legendary self-discipline, except when it comes to pain pills and porn stars. Yeah. Other than that, he's loaded with self-discipline. Yeah. It is Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Dixon and Vining with you for another half an hour before we hand things off to Skippy and his little buddy Jimbo. The Alabama Men's Clinic at 598-7000 will give you an actual number, something your doctor might not do when it comes to your testosterone. Now, why would they not do that? Well, ask the Alabama Men's Clinic. They'll explain to you why you're not getting a number out of your doctor. Alabama Men's Clinic is going to be straightforward and honest with you every step of the way. They are going to treat you like a human being. They're going to test you for your testosterone, and then they're going to tell you where you stand. And if you're fine, if you're within the realm 600 to 900, they're going to cut you loose and say, you got nothing to worry about. Wait, do you want to lose weight? We got some GLP-1 here. We got some peptides if you need something like that. They go, what is a peptide? Ask them that as well. It's a far longer conversation than I can tell you in the 30, 40 seconds that I have allotted for this. But, you know, Alabama Men's Clinic has been helping me for quite some time now. My testosterone was super low. It is now right where it needs to be, maybe even a little on the high side. And what a game changer it is when you roll out of bed every morning excited to be on the right side of the grass. You can have that same sensation. Fix your ED if you have that as well. And, you know, like I said, hair loss, weight loss, they do it all. The Alabama Men's Clinic, urology-backed science, powered by Men's Pro, 598-7000, or online at alabamamensclinic.com. Krispy Kreme's got the new Spring 2026 collection.
Of course they do.
They roll these things out like they're some sort of fashionistas, you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Here we are with the new Hershey's Double Chocolate Donut. An original glazed donut dipped in Hershey's milk chocolate icing and topped with chocolate-flavored buttercream. That's double chocolate right there.
Yes.
How about the strawberries and cream donut, an unglazed donut with strawberry filling and fluffy cream filling, dipped in strawberry icing and topped with vanilla-flavored icing. Good Lord.
Yes, I need some more of that.
The banana pudding donut. An unglazed shell donut filled with banana pudding cream, dipped in vanilla-flavored icing, topped with crushed wafer cookies and buttercream-flavored dollop. And last but not least, the returning original glazed blueberry cake donut. I love a cake donut. I love blueberries. What's not to like about this? I want all of these.
Yes.
I'll take 2 of each, please. These will be available any minute now, and you can. Didn't you tell me the other day that like a dozen Krispy Kremes is now going for like $16 or something crazy like that?
Yeah, the numbers. You have to wait for the buy one, get one free.
Absolutely, which happens a lot.
Or something like that, or buy one, get, something off of it. But
that's a lot for donuts,
it is.
man. But then again, it is Krispy Kreme, which people love. Little Debbie ice cream flavors. Do you know they're out there?
I think I saw these.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You didn't buy any?
No. I knew what would happen. I'd get halfway home and start to get to the bottom of that thing.
Nibble away. Number 7 is Star Crunch ice cream. Little Debbie Star Crunch snack cookies.
Snark? It's a snarky
cookies. Star Crunch cookies. I don't know. Cosmic Brownies ice cream. I've seen those. I've seen Cosmic Brownies, that is to say. Coming in at number 5, Fudge Rounds ice cream. Well, that would make sense. Number 4, oatmeal pie.
Yeah, that's the one I want to try.
Okay, I could see that. Number 3, birthday cake ice cream. That's just too sweet. Too sweet. Strawberry shortcake rolls ice cream. Huh? No?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And number 1, Nutty Bars ice cream.
Of course.
Nutty Bars.
I think they've done an ice cream in almost all of their flavors. Like
Really?
Swiss roll, they've got one of those.
Do I have a cinnamon roll flavor?
Honey bun.
How about the striped Christmas tree?
I hadn't
The
seen
zebra
that
Christmas tree.
one. Yeah, zebra cakes.
They have zebra cake.
They have a zebra cake ice cream. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're
Okay.
getting into it, I'm telling
I guess. Well, it's called brand extension.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah. You always have to find a new way to innovate, to take the next step. When you top out and you go, well, we're selling as many of our little cakes as we possibly can.
What
most
can we
of
do
them
next?
to Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And at some point you go, we gotta branch out. We gotta get to the next thing. Bic had pens. Remember pens? They were all pens. And then they went, maybe we could do lighters.
Right?
Then they went a bridge too far and they said perfume.
No.
That died. very quickly. Campbell's was like, we've done all the soup we could possibly do. What if we did a prepackaged soup and a sandwich? That died on the vine. But then they said, what about if we did chunky soup, like actual big cans that you didn't have to add water to and it's no longer condensed? Those things fly off the shelves, you know? So it really is all about extending that brand as far as you can possibly go and then try to extend it a little bit more, because if you don't keep moving through the advertising cycle,
I'll
die.
tell you who should jump into the ice cream world is Oreo. Because
Oh, they're
you know
in.
they have all those different flavors of.
Yeah. I mean, you can find,
Oreos.
they have Oreo ice cream.
Do
You can
they?
find Oreo. Yeah, it's the
I guess I don't spend a whole lot of time in the ice cream aisle.
original cookies and cream. You know, that's
Yeah.
really what it is. Ben and Jerry's were the ones, I think, who actually managed to license Oreo to begin with, and then later they went, never mind, we don't need your license.
We need a
Everyone
Post
knows
Malone
Oreo.
Oreo
Come on,
ice
man.
cream.
Bring it.
Come on, would that not be the bomb?
Absolutely. Oh, I still have dreams about those cookies.
We should have bought a case of them
I
when
know.
they came out.
I bought two. I bought two packages. They're both gone.
I know. I coveted one of
Mm.
my packages of Oreos. I had to hide it.
Had to share the
I
other.
had to hide it.
Yes. Do you remember where it is?
No.
It's gone.
Still looking
Lost
for it today.
forever. How sad.
Right.
Costco quietly launched a new bakery item, and shoppers are loving it. In a March 29th Instagram post from Costco Hot Finds, retailer's raspberry-filled sugar cookies were featured with a caption, "This might be the best cookie at Costco."
That's saying a lot.
Raspberry-filled sugar cookies. You know, raspberry is kind of interesting because it's not super sweet. It's got a little tartness to it. And when you get that and you offset it with the sugar cookie, it's almost perfect. It's almost a perfect match there. I get what they're going for. I just don't have a Costco membership, and I don't see myself getting one until they open that new one
they
in
look-
Irondale.
You know, I bet people pass by these and don't really realize what they are because it's like a cookie and then it's got some white frosting on the outside of it. But you don't know about the raspberry
You
unless
don't
you're
know.
reading the packaging.
Yeah, but, and who does that?
No
What
one.
kind of nerd
Just
reads
walk-
the package?
No, we look. We
Yeah,
look with our eyes
exactly.
first, and
That's
then say,
it.
"Oh, that doesn't look so great."
Olive Garden has narrowly avoided a logo backlash like Cracker Barrel.
Yee, what
Yeah.
they do?
Well, you know, picture the Olive Garden logo in your mind. You see it, right? You know what it is? It's got Olive Garden kind of script. There's a little olive leaf,
A
a
little branch,
right next to
white
it. there. Yeah,
letters,
uh-huh.
or
on
gray
a brown,
background,
on a brown or gray background. Yeah,
and then the green.
yeah, and
thing.
it's all right there.
Yeah.
Well, they thought it would be cool if they swapped out and went with just their initials, OG.
Oh no.
Yeah, white on an olive green background. Because they were thinking like, hey,
Oh, what could go wrong with this?
original gangster. Well, hey,
no.
Waffle House is doing it. Did you see the one down the road over here? They got a big old sign up that just says WH.
Yeah.
What happened to the Waffle House sign? I like the like Jim Gaffigan
They're
says.
saving money on the sign.
It sort of looks like a ransom note.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Waffle House always
Okay.
looks a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Uh, but they changed it to WH, and nobody's really backlashing on that one, I guess, because they didn't make a big deal out of it.
Well,
but
I
this
think,
Olive
too,
Garden thing, yeah.
I think with Waffle House, you have that. It's not just the Waffle House sign; it's the way the restaurant looks. They all look the same.
Yeah,
Right. You can see through because of all the glass.
yeah,
You don't. You know what it is without even looking at the sign. You're like, that's a Waffle House.
yes, yeah.
So I
and if
see.
it used to be a Waffle House, you can see it used to be a Waffle House.
And some of the Olive Gardens, they look a little different. So if you put OG, you're like, well, what is that? You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
as distinct.
Well, they still have that supposed Tuscan look about them, that sort of architecture that is supposed to bring up the concept of what Americans think Italy looks like. It doesn't look like that, by the
But
way.
they all look different. Like there's one over in Georgia that I passed by, and I'm like, that doesn't even look like an Olive
Yeah,
Garden.
if, the one, for instance, if you drive by the one on Crestwood Boulevard, which may not be there anymore, but when you drive by that one, it looks exactly like the Olive Garden that everybody knows and loves. And then you go to the one by the Galleria, and you're like, you could drive right past that thing 3 times and never notice. And you're like, I was supposed to meet it at Olive Garden. I can't find it. You just drove past it, moron. Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola are debuting zero sugar variety packs. Okay, now you're talking. Normally, when you go like to the liquor store, the ABC store, the Alphabet store, whatever, and they have the mixed beverages, it's always the sugary version.
Yeah.
I can't
It's hard
do
to
it.
find low cal.
It's too sweet. It's too sweet. I just, no way, can't do it. But now that they're putting 0-calorie Coca-Cola in here, and they're using, get this, 3 different flavors. Steve, you're going to like this. They got Coca-Cola's, Jack and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, Jack and Coca-Cola Cherry Zero Sugar, and Jack and Coca-Cola Vanilla Zero Sugar.
Well, at least somebody got it.
Yes. And they put 2 in each 6-pack, and they go for about $16.99. That's not cheap.
That isn't cheap. No.
But 5% ABV with 100 calories per can?
That's not bad.
That's not too shabby.
So
not
I,
bad.
I saw this the other, people are always trying to find ways to cut calories. And if you're a beer lover, summertime is when, you're by the pool, you're out on the lawn, you're out at the lake. Yingling, regular Yingling is, I like it, but there's so many calories in it and everything else. They've come out with like 3 different kinds of Yingling beer. They have this beer now called Yingling Flight.
Yeah.
2.6 carbs.
Gotcha.
In a can. That's low.
That's low.
For a beer.
It is.
95 calories.
Okay.
Alcohol volume 4.2.
Uh-huh.
So you're talking about a alcohol beer that's pretty fully loaded as light beers go. But the carbs are low, and so are the calories.
So they're trying to take on like Michelob Ultra, which has almost no
kind of
carbs at all.
Right.
I get it. I see that. On the other hand, sometimes the carbs are what make it taste good.
Yeah, that's true too.
I made a big mistake and picked up a 12-pack of Bud Light 55, I want to say it was.
Oh, that's like water.
It is water. It was water.
I know
was
somebody
using it.
that had those.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, let me have a sip of that. And I was like, that Miller Lite's pretty watery. That's just pure water.
Right. You don't buy a 12-pack of something you've never tried before. That's a lesson I learned. You buy a 6-pack and see if it's any good at all, because then you only have to throw away 5 bottles instead of 11 bottles.
I bought this Yingling, and I was like, I'm just going to get a 12-pack, and we'll stick it in the garage fridge, and it'll be there just in case.
All right.
But I'm very curious as to how it tastes.
Let me know how it works out. I'm interested. I'd like to know more. I know that I actually did use the Bud 55 as water. I watered the plants with it. I gave it to the dogs. It did a pretty good
right.
job. I showered with it for a while. It was, really
yeah,
nice.
you don't want that water to go to waste.
How about 3 new Hidden Valley Ranch products on the market now? One is Yum Yum Ranch.
Oh, this is the Yum Yum sauce.
You like the Yum Yum sauce?
Yes, I've got some in the. Well, that's because I have a 20-year-old now in the house that loves that stuff.
What about you, Steve?
Yeah.
You like the Yum Yum sauce? Yeah.
I do,
Yeah. I'll throw it on a few things, usually Asian food, for the most part. But I don't know. I'm not as crazy about it as a lot of people are. But I do like the idea of Yum Yum Ranch. I bet that would be interesting. Put that
I
on
like
a
the
sandwich or
combo.
something.
Sure.
Then you've got Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. This is the dressing and recipe mix, but it's Parmesan Ranch.
Oh, all these. I would think that all these flavorings, like right now in the refrigerator door of my refrigerator at home, there's all these sauces. I'm like, where did all these come from? Aiden's gone, and this instead of mayonnaise now, they're putting this like not only on sandwiches, but like if you're doing a protein bowl with ground beef and avocado and rice and stuff, this goes on the top of it.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 bottles of different stuff. I'm like, what is all this stuff? Where it's from a protein bowl.
Gotta have
So I
protein
just
bowl.
wonder if this is hurting the mayonnaise industry because of all of these different, squeeze products that you can use that way.
I could see that. I have used ranch dressing in place of mayonnaise many times because it does give a little extra kick.
Yeah.
A little something, something. Plus, it's fat-free. I can get the fat-free ranch and use that instead. And then there's, last but not least, Hidden Valley Ranch with avocado oil. Oh, la-di-da.
Which is probably a little better for you if you're going to,
And
use
last but not least, Evan Williams has teamed up with Oscar Mayer for new maple bourbon bacon. Count me in.
have to try it.
I mean, yeah. I'll buy a 12-pack of this. No, never mind. 9:50 with Dixon Divided. Dixon Divided question of the day coming your way next. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. About to wrap things up here. Let's see. Text from B-Rad says, Valerie, I like my Callaway clubs. I don't think she said she didn't like them. She just
No,
said,
I
you know,
love it.
yeah.
And actually, I've got the Callaway driver.
Uh-huh.
The irons are different. They're pings.
Yeah.
And I can't detach myself from the driver.
I understand.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's got all of them or.
Roger says, in all fairness, some say Trump has KDS, Kimmel derangement syndrome. I don't think so. Justin says, Richard, have you thought about going to the Alabama Men's Clinic for your hair loss? First off, I'm way too far gone for that. They're good at, if you're losing your hair, they can step in and do a little something for you. But when you are
Years past that.
chromodomium, as I am, yes, I have got the skinheadia. It's the there's no coming back from this. By the way, when I had hair, it was terrible. It was all over the place. I had
You-
three
you had
cowlicks.
kind of
It was I had a Jufro. That's what we called it, a Jufro. It was
I don't
yeah.
think that's politically correct. nowadays,
Oh,
Richard.
well,
You
I'm
wanna
real
just
worried
kinda
about
be-
that. As you
I
have you
don't-
listened to the show?
Yes, I have.
Sean says the healthiest beer you can buy is natural light ice, if you say so. Susie says, I prefer Yingling Flight to Michelob Ultra. Yeah, 2.6
Oh, that's
carbs, 95
interesting.
calories.
So
All
she
right.
likes it.
All right. Thank you,
Hey,
Susie.
Mikey,
we appreciate
she
it.
likes it.
Let's do this now, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
Name a song with a great keyboard solo. What's the best keyboard solo of all time, Steve West?
Scenes from an Italian restaurant.
That's pretty good. Pretty good one. A lot of great stuff in there. Valerie Vining.
Elton John, Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets. Right.
Chung, chung, chung.
I got to go with Yes and Roundabouts.
Oh.
Rick Wakeman tearing up that keyboard, man. Oh, so good. Jody says Sea Cruise. Bill says Frankenstein. Isn't the whole thing a keyboard solo? Think about it. Nancy says Joe Jackson, Step It Out, or Everything Gives You Cancer. Both good. Danny says, do you feel like we do? Perform Bob Mayo. Bob Mayo on the keyboard. Bob Mayo. Yeah. They actually looped that. You can hear it. Pete says, has to be a song by Styx. It has to be. Okay.
Has to be? Okay.
Blue Oyster Cult's Joan Crawford has risen from the grave. Okay. Thank you, Mark. Jerry says Piano Man. Whiter Shade of Pale, says James. Argent, Hold Your Head Up, Jimbo suggests. Romeo's Tune, Steve Forbert. Haven't heard that one in a while. Billy. Tracy says Right Now by Van Halen. That's a pretty good song. I like that one. James says Tuesday's Gone. Billy Powell, hands down the best. If it's not played at my funeral, I'm not dying. Don't threaten me with a good time, James. Dave says The Happy Organ. Dave Baby Cortez. Let's see. Carnival 9, Second Impression. Organ work from Boston's Foreplay and Long Time. Also good. Don't remember the name. I love the tone of Bruce Hornsby's piano. That's just the way it is. Probably what you're thinking of. Funeral for a Friend is a goodie. So is Boston's Smokin'. Smokin'. Light My Fire by the Doors. Many people suggested that. Anything done by Billy Powell. Rick Wakeman on The Six Wives of Henry VIII. Yes, also fantastic. Do You Feel Like We Do? Last Date, Floyd Kramer. Very good. A lot of Billy Joel mentioned here. Inagata Davida, Jessica, the Allman Brothers. Great stuff all around. Thanks for playing along. We'll do it again tomorrow morning, dark and early, 6 a.m. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk99.5.com.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye now.